The monsoon had arrived in Bazantipur, a small village nestled amidst hills. Rain lashed against the thatched roofs, a steady rhythm that echoed through the valley. The narrow mud paths, usually bustling with activity, were now deserted, save for a few stray chickens seeking shelter.
Ravi, a young boy of 10, peeked out from behind the curtain of his small, cozy home. He watched as the wind whipped the mango and neem trees into a frenzy, their branches swaying wildly. The sky was a canvas of grays, with streaks of silver where the rain fell in sheets. Ravi loved the monsoon, even though it meant staying indoors. Ravi was a curious and observant child, always eager to learn new things. He would spend hours watching the village potter mold clay into beautiful pots, or the weaver transform colorful threads into intricate patterns.
But what fascinated him most were his grandmother's skills. Aji knew how to identify medicinal herbs in the forest, brew potent remedies for common ailments, and predict the weather just by observing the sky. Aji smiled, her eyes crinkling at the corners. "There's no magic, Ravi," she said, her voice gentle but firm. "It's all about understanding nature, learning its secrets, and respecting its power." She paused, her gaze distant, lost in thought. "Take this storm, for instance," she continued, her voice barely audible above the howling wind. "It may seem like a fearsome beast, but it brings life-giving rain to our crops, fills our wells, and nourishes the earth."
Ravi listened intently, his gaze fixed on his grandmother's face, etched with the wisdom of years spent living in harmony with nature. "Our ancestors learned to live with nature, Ravi," Aji continued, her voice gaining strength. "They observed the patterns of the wind, the behavior of animals, the cycles of the moon, and the stars.
They discovered ways to harness nature's power, to heal themselves, to protect themselves, and to thrive in this world."
"Aji," Ravi asked, his voice filled with newfound determination, "will you teach me? Will you share your knowledge with me?"
Aji smiled, her eyes twinkling with pride. "Of course, Ravi," she said, her voice warm and reassuring. "I'll teach you everything I know. But knowledge is like a seed, Ravi. It needs to be nurtured, cared for, and shared to truly grow." "This is no ordinary candle, Ravi," she said, her voice hushed with reverence. "This candle is known as the Storm Eater. It's said to burn brighter and longer than any other, even in the fiercest of winds."
Ravi watched, his eyes wide with amazement, as Aji gathered the materials. A smooth, round stone, a hollowed-out coconut shell filled with oil extracted from the seeds of the ilupai tree, and a wick made from the dried bark of the Arjuna tree.
Aji explained that each ingredient was chosen for its unique properties. The ilupai oil burned clean and bright, the Arjuna bark wick was long-lasting, and the stone base provided stability, preventing the candle from tipping over in the wind. Aji lit the wick, and the flame flickered to life, casting a warm, inviting glow in the dimly lit room.
"Aji!" he exclaimed, his voice filled with a mix of excitement and trepidation. "Let's light the Storm Eater! Let's bring light back to the village!"
"Go ahead, Ravi," she encouraged. "Share the light, share the knowledge."
Ravi carefully lit the candle, the flame burning strong and bright, defying the wind and rain. He stepped out into the storm, the candle held high, its warm glow illuminating the darkness. The villagers, seeing the light, emerged from their homes, their faces a mixture of relief and hope. As the storm raged around them, the villagers shared stories, sang songs, and offered words of comfort and encouragement. The Storm Eater, burning bright throughout the night, became a beacon of hope, a symbol of their resilience in the face of adversity.
Ravi, watching the villagers huddled together, their faces illuminated by the warm glow of the candle, felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. He realized that the true value of his grandmother's knowledge lay not just in the practical skills themselves, but in the sense of community and connection they fostered. The storm, though powerful, had failed to extinguish the light of their spirit, the light of their shared heritage, passed down through generations. From that day forward, Ravi vowed to cherish and preserve the knowledge he had inherited from his grandmother.